Back to a new video. Today, this is part 2. This is like 5 minutes later after the first part. Um, and basically, um, if you're watching this and you haven't watched the first part, go watch the first part. Then watch this, because you're gonna miss a lot of lore. Okay, so, the, weird color kind of Carthage people explore a little more. They go to war, and they actually go to war. Take this, take that, take that, take this. So, like, the Romans of this time are like, wow, English. Get the brakes beat off of them. And, and basically, um, whatever. They explore a little more. They take all this land. They start to become a strong power. But then they try to chill down a little. And then the new French government, which was run by a dictator, kind of explores, conquers, takes all of this, goes even more. He's kind of an expansionist, so he's going to expand a lot, to the point where people don't really like him. And then the British, actually no, they're going to take back this, and basically, one sec, I gotta do something real quick. Sorry, it was just that my TV was too loud and my phone was too loud. Just so I had to make it so you can actually hear me and it didn't sound like everything was going on at once. So, anyways, they kind of declare war on the British, or what? I keep calling them British, but they're not. And they kind of encircle, and they kind of kick them out. It's going to start a really long war that would last a long time. So, basically, what's going to happen? They're going to land on Normandy. I've heard that before. Take over Brittany, and take a little bit of this, which they took during like the first war. They're also gonna get down here. They're gonna kind of take all of this. And also, the Roman guys finally learned how to cross the Alps. So they cross the Alps, and they take the Alps, and they kind of go down here, and yeah, they gain a lot of power. They get kind of big. They're like number 2. Number 1 is just like France. Number 3 is the Brit. No, number 2. It's kind of up to you to decide. So these These French guys kind of beat off these for now. Yeah. They also kind of purchased this small bit of land from the Italians for some reason. I don't know why. And then the Roman guys kind of get mad, so they take their islands back. They come down here. They take back Sicily. And they cross, and they... And basically, they... kick them out of the Italian peninsula. And this was kind of start like a war that will last a little while, but they don't really do anything. I mean, these guys explore down the south a little and take that, so yeah. And they also kind of learned how to cross to here, and they kind of take all of this. Yeah. And I'm probably gonna have little spoilers. I'm probably gonna have like a Reconquista, but it's gonna be like not 500, 700 years. So they take all of this. All the other minorities here are kind of angry. Right now, there's just a couple of like kingdoms and small nations that actually don't do anything really. One sec, how do I get back to the... One sec, this is kind of... that still didn't fix it. What is going on? One sec, I'm gonna... Okay, I fixed it. So now... I got to do a little bit of this again, because I didn't fully save. That's why. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Also, I have to figure out how to delete some of these frames real quick. So, I don't know how to remove the frames. And, whoa. Okay. So, basically, right there. Okay. So, now, okay. So now there's gonna be kind of like new nations around here and stuff who are like anti this group. Sound. And there's like this like thing here, like this like a weird green color here. There's like a lot of more kind of orange nations and stuff who are anti whatever religion this place follows. There's a lot of racism. So, I just got a fancy of these borders. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is the world right now. And, basically, what's gonna happen now is this green country, actually, no, this Egypt country is going to explore more down south to this, like, Red Sea, to the Red Sea, and, basically just expand a little more in this green area. It's gonna kind of take the focuses. Let's take away from the color. Yeah, they're gonna kind of explore a little. They're gonna reach the Black Sea, first person to discover it. And yeah. And then they kind of explore a little more around the Caspian, and so yeah. And this nation here is also a little bit, after a little bit of like borders staying the same, they end up kind of moving. They kick the British out, or whatever they're called down here. They come out here, they kick them out around here. So yeah. And everyone's starting to hate this leader. He's been in power for like a decade. He's not letting anyone else take power. There's no elections, no freedom. So there's a second French Civil War. Yeah, the French always hate themselves and they always kill each other. Yeah. Even in this alternate history, they hate each other. So they're kind of... They're basically mostly like... This is like actual, like the first democratic nation is the Blue France, and they basically, this nation kind of breaks through, takes Brittany, and they also kind of encircle, and they take all of that, and all of a sudden people start to also things like, oh yeah, a little something called Everyone Else Hates the Red France as well. So everyone starts supporting the like bluish France, and so they take Normandy, they encircle Brittany. Brittany's like been in the front lines for a long time, and they kind of take all of this. They go down here, they unite with this, and basically collapse is inevitable for this red dictatorist regime. So this falls, and then finally that falls. Also, they let Brittany be independent again for some reason. I don't know why. Just keep good relations with the people and stuff like that. So after that, the whole world is like, wow. Also, the British invade Scotland. And then water, apparently. Still don't rule the waves yet. So boats have kind of upgraded to, like, be able to travel extremely long distances. Know what that means? They're gonna find America! Just kidding. There's also gonna be this, like, people, basically the dictator and his regime kind of flee. But the people who, also some immigrants from all over the world come to this, like, nation. And they basically, it's gonna be like the Denmark of this thing. And these are like the expansionists, the ones who like the first colonists, I should say. And they explore a lot of like Sweden, stuff like that. They take a lot of Norway, or is modern day Norway and Sweden, Finland, Finland, and Germany. No, okay, and they're gonna kind of sail. They're gonna hit this weird island, and they're gonna call it Greenland. Yeah, you hear what I said? They're gonna call it Greenland, not Iceland. Greenland, because they're smart. And so after they kind of do this expansion thing, they kind of take all of this and stuff, and they explore a little more, and they find this land. It's kind of icy, so they name it Iceland. Who would name it Greenland? Who would name this Greenland and that Iceland? Like, imagine. That's what they were thinking. Also, there's kind of an uprising here where people don't really like this nation, really. Also, this kind of Portuguese nation is like the first to actually gain like a decent amount of land from this like strong empire. And then this yellow thing is going to unite these nations here. And they're also going to kind of take this from the Portuguese people. Yeah, don't these borders look a little familiar? They're also going to take a little bit of this and stuff. And so, and then these Roman people are going to explore a little bit more. They're gonna get to this place. They're gonna take over this. They're gonna take these islands. They're gonna take this big island. They call it Crete. And they're also gonna kind of explore down to here. And then they start trade with like the Egypt place. And basically, that's the world so far. Mostly everything's going on in Europe. And I say, this is the end of the video, and it's reaching 15 minutes, so goodbye everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.